this going. All right. All right. We're gonna invite everybody up back to the stage. There we go. There's the music. Gosh, sound guy's a slacker. All right. Oh, excellent. Well, some of you may notice something being set up in the intermission. In fact, in coming up to the stage, everybody has been risking their lives trying to avoid what you may know are mouse traps here. There's a very special game that we play very, very seldom, because each time we do, a club member most certainly loses a toe. We have single-handedly raised the rate of toe amputations in the United States of America because of this game. But it is Josh Blake's last show with us, and this just happens to be a game that he loves, and so we thought, what better way to show our friend that we love him than accepting bodily harm? Well, okay. So the premise of the game is that they're just gonna be doing a scene. They're just gonna be doing a good old scene, but the floor's covered in mouse traps, and you would say, well, they could just walk around them, except they won't be able to know where they are. They're gonna be blindfolded. So love this game. We love this game. It is hilarious to watch people get hurt. Yes. Yes, Josh.
Can I pick who does it?
Yes, Josh. Pick who does it.
Logan.
Yeah, Logan.
Allie.
It is revenge for Logan being president and Allie for being tall.
Get her.
Oh yeah, and they have to take their shoes off, because what's the point of it being mouse traps if you have your shoes on? Here, would you like the pink? Or you are a woman, so go ahead and take the pink. So, while they're getting blindfolded, I need a suggestion.
You have beautiful socks.
Thanks, they're coming off.
Kiwis?
Oh, he's being very brave. There's no cushions for our brave leader.
I just won't step. It's easy.
All right.
I may be an idiot, but I'm not stupid.
Exactly. All right. So, but anyways, so we need a suggestion for a scene. Nothing even particular. We see the gimmick up here. Maybe just what is your dream weekend getaway? What would you like to do on a dream weekend?
Snow angels.
Let's get something from the middle.
Jogging small laps.
Hatchet throwing.
Army crawling.
Skydiving.
Dancing.
A mouse petting zoo.
Visiting family.
Actually, what about an army? You know what you do? You know where you army crawl? You army crawl at army boot camp.
Yeah.
So your prompt for this scene is boot camp. Players, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Okay, Sergeant. You're a private. I'm the sergeant. Get on the ground and you do everything. I'll stand over here.
My mother did not prepare me for this.
Your mother wanted you to fail.
Okay.
Get up. Come over here. And you can go. You can walk. You can armor crawl. For now, that's just whatever feels comfortable.
I will march, because that's what they said army people do.
Good job.
Marching. And that's as comfortable as I can. Sergeant, I would really like to hear your voice a bit better. I'd love if you came closer to me.
You know what? I will march over to you.
Excellent. Thank you, Sergeant.
Good thing I have boots on.
Yes, that's standard procedure. Even I knew that.
So, you know what time it is? It's time to do that thing where there's a tunnel in the dirt that I see in all the movies. I am very good at sergeanting. I will demonstrate. So you might want to roll around. Ow! and then you're really dirty. So
Sergeant, your bravery is making me look bad. Fine.
I'm
Forgot the
very
calling
proud
card.
of you.
Wait. I have a gift for you. I found something.
Oh yes, I would love you to put it in my palms. I
talking so I can find your palm.
What's that?
Sergeant?
I hear enemies approaching.
Sergeant, here, the walkie-talkie. Please take it from my hand. There you go.
That was a defective walkie-talkie. I think you put a grenade in it. Do you want me dead?
I mean, if you're treating me like this, maybe.
Not again. Do you feel that? I put some light grenades. They're not very powerful, but they hurt.
You know what? I'm done with this, Sergeant. I'm sick and tired. Why are you treating me?
This is how my sergeant treated me. Where am I?
Break the cycle! Break the cycle! I'm begging you. Make it stop.
I'll have to think about this.
We'll give them a second to deal with the obvious safety hazard. Well, no, that's what we'll do that later. Just eat them.
Scary.
Wow, Josh, I have concerns about your desires and expectations from improv.
I feel fine.
I thought the premise was comedy, but apparently, well, comedy is pain, is it not? All right. So, we all must suffer for our art. Excellent.
I mean,
Well,
ow, that was horrifying.
well, now that's done. We're gonna play another game, and this is a game of 3 things. And for this, I'm gonna need. Well, you know what would help if I have a list of the people who's gonna be in the game. I need Alyssa, Jessica, and Logan to the front. We'll give you a moment. We'll give you a moment. All right. So
You have kiwi socks.
I do have
They have
kiwi
both
socks.
kinds of kiwis.
They do.
they do indeed.
If they had a New Zealander, it'd have 3 kinds of kiwi.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right. So this is the game of 3 things. And first, I'm gonna need one of you guys to leave. Hi, Alyssa. All right, cool, excellent. She's gone. So the premise of this game is that we're gonna have some sort of sport or activity or just some sort of thing that you do that requires things. It's big. We'll get to there. But we're gonna take 3 of the things that are required to do said activity, and we're gonna get rid of them and replace them with something else. And then Alyssa's gonna have to guess. Oh, and did I mention they can't talk? They have to mime everything and gibberish. Boo. Listen. All right. So first I'm gonna need an activity, and some sort of activity. It can be a sport, it could be a hobby, it could be anything.
Rock climbing.
All right. So we're gonna go over it. The activity is.
Butterfly catching.
All right. And instead of a,
Mason jar.
we have a
Blender.
Okay. Instead of a,
Net.
we have a.
Jupiter's moon.
Instead of a,
Khaki pant.
yeah, we have.
Chia pet.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Wow. All right. Well. All right. Well, we're gonna call Alyssa back. 1, 2, 3. Alyssa.
Alyssa! Oh, wow!
Way back there. Yeah. Woo! Rolling.
Probably got distracted by
I saw lots of dragonflies.
Proud of you guys.
Yay!
Well, excellent. All right. So this is a game of 3 things. Players, are you ready?
Ascabada. 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 Have a scab. Have a scab. Scabada. Now have a scab. Thomas, Giskabade. Haviska. Giskaba. Haviska. Haviska. Varsågod. Nej, namnet ska vi se på det här. Namnet ska vi det. Haskabra. Basketball. Haviska. Haskabra.
Oh dear.
Namnet ska vi dra. Namnet ska vi dra. Vi ska vaska dra. Vad ska vi det? Vad vill det?
Alright. Alyssa, what is the activity?
Butterfly catching.
It is too easy for you. What is the first thing that was replaced?
The jar.
Yes.
And the jar was replaced with a blender.
Yeah. Alright. And
The second thing was the net. We got rid of the net, and we replaced it with one of Jupiter's moons.
Last item.
Europa? No. The last thing was my cargo pants.
The khaki pants. Yeah.
Pants? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, woo.
I assumed because of all of the pockets.
Yep.
We lost the cargo pants, and we got a chia pet.
Yeah, give it up for Alyssa. All right. And this next game. So this next game is also topical because our beloved Josh Blake, who is leaving us, he recently, well, he didn't, but his wife produced a child. And so we're going to be playing, well, she's done multiple, but the recent one was... Well, actually a girl, but this game is called It's a Boy, and for this I need everybody up! Alright, so to demonstrate the premise of the game, there's an object, you guys are going to give an object, and then I'm going to say, congratulations, it's an object, and then Josh makes a punchline about that. So, for example, congratulations, it's a vacuum.
That sucks. Yeah.
Wonderful. Exactly how it's done. All right. So for this, I'm gonna need an object from something that is not related to children, babies, reproduction, biology.
Pantaloons.
Toothbrush. We're gonna go with toothbrush, okay? Oh yeah, please, are you ready?
Yeah.
Congratulations, it's a toothbrush.
Oh, he's all pearly white. Just a minute, baby. Congratulations, it's a toothbrush.
I haven't used one of these.
Okay, my suggestion, because I hated that. All right. New object. It can't.
Treadmill.
Wallet.
Wallet. We'll go with wallet. All right, wallet.
Congratulations, it's a wallet.
Well, now I don't have any money. Congratulations, it's a wallet.
Congratulations, it's a wallet.
Oh, thanks. Oh, it smells terrible. Money?
Again, Nathan with. Oh no. Go ahead.
Congratulations, Gabe, it's a wallet.
Wow, this one's a lot smaller than my last one.
All right, great. Okay, well, let's get another object.
Elliptical.
Elliptical.
Watermelon.
Congratulations, it's an elliptical.
I thought I was supposed to lose weight. Congratulations, it's an elliptical.
Yeah, this is guaranteed. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I love you. Congratulations, it's an elliptical.
Well, I'm gonna see this guy for a few years and then never again.
Okay, let's get one last very absurd, even
Maple
more absurd
syrup.
than everything else. What?
Maple syrup.
Well, that's just a normal thing.
A shovel.
The Canadian border.
We all know Rachel's Canadian, right?
The Canadian border.
Okay. Congratulations, it's the Canadian border.
Just as this child will give me access to mommy and me groups, the Canadian border gives me access to people I never want to interact with. Gabe, congratulations, it's the Canadian border.
Today you are but a baby, but someday you shall be a full-grown Manitoba.
For all of you out there who don't know about Canadian geography, Manitoba is one of the provinces. It's right between Saskatchewan. It's where all the Mennonites live, okay? All right. All the Mennonites live in Manitoba. This is actually a true fact. All right. So, for this next game, we're actually prepared a treat for you guys. You thought you were just coming here for some comedy, but today we're actually going to improve the quality of your lives.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll give you advice. I don't know if you're going to take it or use it or if it's even going to turn out well, but I'm going to need our three guests to join me here at the front. And that is, that's Gabe, Jessica, and Nathan. Alright, so I need you, I know that you all have many things ailing you in your lives, which is why you come here to cope through bad comedy. That bad is a dig at myself, not anybody else in this club, thank you. Alright, so, anyways, what ails you? What ails you? Anything in your life that you have? Actually, wait, we need to introduce our experts so you know whether they're useful or not. Alright. So here is our beautiful panel of experts who are here to improve your lives. All right, we will start right here. Hello.
Hello, my name is Michael. I am a doctor, and I am also a man.
Michael, the male doctor. All right. Yes.
My name is the amazing Phil. I'm a magician available for parties, bar mitzvahs, funerals.
All right, Phil, thank you. Good. All right, last on the end.
Yes, hello, hi everyone. Hello, it is me once again here before you, and you are before me. And I am Jesse Swanson, and you are you.
I am me. I am. All right, so now that you've heard of who our guests are, perhaps you have a better idea of what sort of questions you want to ask them. So give me something basic, something everybody deals with in life, you know?
Chronic fatigue.
Dealing with the police and how to avoid the law. Or just, annoying laws in general, parking tickets, driving.
Jaywalking.
Well, yeah. Traffic laws. How do you deal with traffic laws in life, all right? Swanson, let's go with you.
What is the law, if not ourselves? And that's the sort of thinking that you have to remember whenever you're confronted with a police officer, an officer of the law that is ourselves. You just have to remember, you are me. You, of course, referring to him, and me, of course, referring to you. And just consider what you would do if you were in his shoes and he were in yours. Your feet wouldn't fit, or they would.
Jesse, thank you so much for that. Okay, all right, next, Phil, you look like you have some wisdom to impart upon the group.
I had an issue with the law a couple weeks ago. I was working on a trick in my basement, and basically the trick was that I had a coin, right, and I'd put it in my pocket, and then I would get it from behind their ear, right, and for this trick, I needed the blood of a goat. And so I was working on that, and suddenly a tube appeared, like a black tube of smoke, and I was approached by the Dark Lord Asherath. And he said, "What are you doing, mere mortal?" And I said, "Hello, Asherath." And he said, "This coin trick breaks not the laws of man or any nation, but of time itself. How can the coin be in two places at once?" And I said, "I have a bar mitzvah to do at 7. How long is this going to take? And he invited me to a game of chess and put a time spell over the house so that we could play the game of chess until one of us had succeeded. And so after 50 years of that, I won the chess game, and I was able to go to Skylar's birthday party and do a great coin trick. So I guess when you're confronted with someone who's telling you you're breaking the law, just be like, "I got work to do."
Only yield to the elder gods, yes. All right, let's get another question. Let's get another question. Anybody got something? What else that ails you? Maybe a little bit more serious than traffic.
Relationship advice.
Tickets. Well, what about relationships are you struggling with, good sir?
Find a girl who likes me.
All right, how to find a woman. All right, so who? I think our lovely male doctor here would like to address us.
Hi, it's Michael. I'm not just a man. I'm a person. I talk about my wife a lot when I come and I give inspirational speeches to people, but she's really just such an amazing woman, and I was really lucky to find her. When I was dating around, a lot of my gal friends told me that, Michael, you should just lower your standards. You shouldn't expect so much. You're a working man. That's really intimidating to a lot of women. And I said, you know what? Maybe that's right, but I want a woman who will support me in everything I do, not only in my family, but in my career. And so, when I met my wife, it was really amazing. She not only respected me enough to open doors for me, but also to allow me to open doors for myself. And then sometimes we went Dutch on dates. We both paid. So my lesson to you, young men everywhere, is don't settle for anything less than you deserve.
Yeah! We need a little bit more relationship advice. Jesse Swanson, it feels to me that you have some wisdom to impart upon the group. Thank you.
Love. love, for it is lovely. There's a reason I wrote my third book about love, titled, of course, Loving Others and Yourself Through Yourself by Loving Others and Us. And what most people don't consider when considering love is how much there is. And there must be much, or else how much love is there? Really? So my advice is, of course, to consider that.
You had to write real fast for that one. Okay. Well, I have a feeling that I think we've touched on some topics that affect our lives, but I want something deeper. I want something meatier. Okay, give me what you only share with your therapist, and then only hesitantly.
My goldfish is being very disobedient.
Sir, I don't think you should be spending that much on a therapist for that.
How do I improve my relationship with my father?
Parent relationships, they can be the darndest thing. Phil, there's something in your eyes that tells me you have something to share.
I haven't talked to my own father since '93. It's not a big deal. I don't want to talk about it. But I remember one day I was working on a spell where basically, could you hold the mic really quick? I had 2 rings and they looked separate, but when I hit them together, they were connected when they were not. And for this spell, I was collecting baby's hair at the local hospital for the potion. And the image of my father appeared. And I said, Phil, again, I don't call him Dad, I don't like to talk about it. And he said, yes, my boy, join me. And I realized my father had a shimmer to him, and it was not my father, but the Dark Lord Asherat. I conjured a sword of fire. We engaged in a battle in the space between God and heaven. And I said, back to the Shadow Realm with you. And he didn't want to go back to the Shadow Realm. He had still maintained the image of my father, making this, of course, very uncomfortable. Again, it's not I don't want to, anyway. With the Sword of Fire, I was able to send him back to the Shadow Realm, and after we had this fight, I did something very brave, and I texted my dad. And thank you. And that was 3 months ago. He has yet to text me back. But I took a leap into the dark, the Shadow Realm, and hopefully my dad will too, because really, repairing your relationship with your father, that's really important. That's essential.
Relationship. Male Dr. Michael.
Yes, it's Michael. So when I first started going to med school, a lot of people had concerns because I already had a young child at the time, and they're like, Michael, are you going to be a good father? And I've worried about that, and I've had a lot of weight on my soul about, can I be a good father and a working man? I'm putting a lot on my wife, and she is really amazing. Sometimes she even watches the kids so I can go hang out with my friends. But what I've discovered is that I have become a strong figure who my sons can look up to and say, you know what? Men can do anything. Women do, like being doctors or president maybe, but probably not. So my message to you today is, men, you can have it all.
That's so inspiring. Thank you so much. I think I'm checking my watch and no, all right. Jesse has nothing for us. All right, I think no, Jesse Swanson. Do Do you have wisdom you wish to impart on how to improve our lives?
Always.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Now, who asked that question? You young man. Please stand up. Stand up. Now, one thing we have to remember about fathers is that they were once like us. Younger. Not yet fathers. Unless you are a father, are you?
I'm not.
No. Your father was like that once. So, remember, next time you confront him, next time you see him even, actually, let's imagine that I am not, in fact, Jesse Swanson, author of 7 best-selling novels. But I am, in fact, you, and you are your father. Now look what I'm doing here. I'm looking at you, and I see in you myself, but also yourself. And I hope that by you looking into my eyes, you'll see reflected in me you, because of the reflection in my eyes looking at you. And in that reflection, you see not only yourself, but me, reflected in the eyes looking at you. And in that moment, are we not people?
I'm sure our lives have been greatly improved by that advice. Yeah, just throw it all out there. All right. My dearest of friends, our time together has come to an end. Almost, not quite, but almost. It is going to be our last game. But before that, do we really have announcements? Yeah. Thank you guys for coming and supporting our beloved club member. And yes, Gabriel.
Don't tell anyone, but we're secretly the BYU Improv Club. So if you're a BYU student and you want to try this, or just watch us, you can come to our practices on Thursday. Just look us up on social media. LOL BYU. Who knows? At some point we might do shows on campus again.
Woo! Yeah, and when we are meeting officially, it'll be on our socials. But otherwise, hear it through the grapevine as you did on this day. Okay, I think that's good. We love you. Okay, last game. This last game is for your consideration, and for this, I need Alyssa, Allie, Gabriel, and Nathan. Players to the front. So I am sure you all in your time. Oh yeah, Josh Beck got the keys. This will be his grand finale. It is what he leaves us with for posterity. This is going to be excellent. It's a swan song. It is a swan song. I'm sure you, depending on your age, may have, been up late at night on the channel where they sell you things, and they're selling those compilation albums where they're like the greatest hits of Enya, and they play the songs and they tell you all about it. And it's really cool. Well, we're gonna be singing a version of that. It's gonna be about musicals, but they're gonna be selling us the album, and we're gonna see the album performed. But here's the thing, it's not a real one that exists. You guys are going to give me the name of this musical, for which we are getting the greatest hits. So, please, the title of a musical that does not exist. It's not a reference to anything that does exist. Something purely out of our imagination.
Jazz hands or jammies?
Sorry, I heard something really good from somewhere.
The Thunderdome. How I repaired my relationship with my father.
Mending my relationship with my father, autobiography.
Jazz hands or jammies?
39 flavors and counting.
Jazz Hands and Jammies is great, and I'm so excited to see that turned into a very serious musical. Jazz Hands and Jammies. Yes, okay. Players, are you ready? Yes!
Yes!
I know.
It does, but not nearly as good as the taste of a good musical.
Welcome to Musicals in Time. Today we have a wonderful little show for you to grace your ears. And what was the show again?
Jazz hands in jammies.
Jazz hands in jammies.
Jazz hands
in jammies. With music by Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber and lyrics by former heavyweight champion of the world Iron Mike Tyson. This show blew away spectators in the one theater in Tacoma, where it played for a Thursday afternoon.
But what a theater setup it was.
Bada bing.
We begin the story in, of course, a bedroom.
Of course.
A bedroom. A child's bedroom.
The bedroom of a child.
Some would say a child's bedroom.
Our main character, the boy Bryce, wishes to repair the relationship with his father.
But of course, where does one go when one wishes to repair one's relationship with one's father? Well, the answer is obvious. Into the dark. Which is fortunate, because it is nighttime in the bedroom. And so the boy Bryce goes forth into the darkness, afraid, of course, because what is in the darkness?
It's your father.
And jazz.
And jazz. So as Bryce seeks to find his father by entering the darkness and jazz, we have a really wonderful number. I love the high note at the end. It's so very high. It's not even it doesn't even fit the melody. It's just way up there. Glorious in its altitude. So let's give the number a listenery-loo, Into the Dark. There is more to the show.
There's a whole musical.
That's only Act 3. As we continue along, Bryce goes out the window, seeking to find his father at the jazz club.
Which is dark.
Because of the power outage of 1936.
Which is when this takes place.
In 1936.
In 1936.
During the famous power outage.
Yes.
But in the jazz club, Bryce encounters someone he never thought he'd find. Not his father, but a father figure.
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong, of course, still being alive during the power outage.
Of 1936.
1936. Louis Armstrong, with his very distinct voice and singing style, and his talent for the trumpet,
decides to mentor this poor boy in his trials to repair the relationship with his father, because Louis Armstrong also had a strained relationship with his father.
Yes.
Sure.
And knowing that the boy Bryce's father is a jazz musician,
Yes.
half of this song is in fact communicated through scat. Which is, of course, the preferred language of jazz musicians. There's no greater way to connect with your jazz father than a bit of skibbity-bop.
Beat up and bottom.
Which is the title of this
Yes.
song.
Skibbity bop.
Bebop and bottom.
Skibbity bop, beat up and bottom. Act 6, Scene 3. Wonderful song. Skibbity bop, beat and bottom. Let's have a listen.
I know you, boy. I am you. Forget about me. We are the same. We have a broken family tree. But if you look in my eyes, you listen to my horn, you will find the light that you knew when you were born.
Historically accurate that was. As any jazz historian will tell you, Louis Armstrong figured out that you need to put the trumpet to your mouth in 1937.
At that point, he had held it at an arm's length and below. What a master.
Which brings us, of course, to the final song that we're highlighting today.
Yes.
That we're highlighting today, which is, of course, when the boy Bryce goes into the deepest darkness, and what does he find there? Of course,
His father.
his father. Finally.
Finally. Where else would you find your father?
No.
And turns out, who would have guessed? Louis Armstrong has the same father.
Which is why Louis Armstrong and the father look so similar.
Yes.
And sound the same.
It was brilliant.
And were played by the same actor.
They only had 2 actors in the show. Bryce and Louis Armstrong / David Armstrong.
Yes. And of course, in this, the final song, they're finally able to... What's it called? Reconcile.
Thank you, Steve doing lights. And so we have the wonderful song, Reconcile in the Dark, Act 11, Scene 6. With the big, of course, the big dance at the end. Not big in terms of length, but in terms of sheer bravery.
And emotional weight.
And emotion, it's not flimsy or childlike, it's not flailing, it's beautiful.
There is much fortitude in this dance.
Much fortitude.
That's a fancy word for it's strong.
Like Iron Mike Tyson. So now we have the beautiful song Reconcile in the Dark, with the big dance number at the end.
Let's give it a listen.
Let's give it a listen, shall we?
I'm your father. And also Louis' father.
No wonder I had such a strong bond with him.
Your brothers till the end. About our things. Tonight we'll weed. Get up, sorry for abandoning you. Hey!